Hello there, Nice Slice here, coming at you from beautiful British Columbia, Canada. What you're looking at today is a Spyderco Shaman. Now this knife belongs to a friend, co-worker of mine, and to protect his identity, we'll just call him Marcus. So anyhow, Marcus purchased this knife a month or two ago. He's very happy with it, but he feels that maybe the action is a little bit stiff still. And he wanted to know if I could possibly, take it apart, maybe clean it up, oil it up, and see if we can improve on that. And I said, well, with your go ahead and your blessing, I'll absolutely take your knife apart and see what I can do with it. So this thing is a real tank. It's super heavy, and this particular version is the Magnacut. Got G10 handles with some pretty good traction on those scales. And I found the Spydercos are fairly basic to take apart. The fasteners, these are T8s, and the pivot is T10, so those are good fasteners to use, and except for, of course, the pocket clip or T6, and that's okay. You don't need a lot of torque to get those out, so I'm not worried about stripping those ones. And this one, of course, is the compression lock again, which is basically a top side liner lock. Fantastic design. I really like that. I have been handling this knife a little bit. I've had it a couple days, but you can see the deep finger choil adds a little bit of a guard here, right? When you operate the compression lock, that guard comes up through this little section of the handle, kind of gets in the way. I mean, I'm sure with some practice you could get your finger out of there in time, just like that. But if you're holding that compression lock until the blade is fully closed, it won't, because of that, right? So here's my PM3 lightweight compression lock. Perfect. Nothing comes above the handle. So I don't know if that's a bit of an oversight on Spyderco's part, or I don't know if anybody else has complained about that. Maybe it's just me. Not really complaining, just pointing it out. Something to consider if you haven't purchased one yet, but I did think it was kind of odd. Right. So anyhow, I will be taking this scale off at least to get at the bronze washer. You can see the bronze shining in there. I will be cleaning up the pivot area and stropping those bronze washers, and then adding a little bit of lightweight oil to hopefully loosen up. I can feel it. It's pretty stiff. Right, even with the compression lock open. Right, that blade should be free swinging, just like this PM3, right? Like you release the lock, stiff, compress the lock, free floating, but this one is not the case, right? So we'll see what we can do there for Marcus. Anyhow, I'll be getting to that a little bit later, and I got a new editing app on my phone. I've finally started editing videos once again. I got away from that for quite some time, I would just do one long take, but I don't want to bore you guys to death too bad. So I will get at that, and I will see you in a bit. All right, so I got the one scale off. Screws were fairly tight in there. Don't want to lose them. See, the G10 is milled out to fit the liner, of course. And I did take the pocket clip off just so that the knife would lay flat on the opposite side of what I was working on. So this is what I see when I open it up. This is the liner with the compression lock. This is black coated. Everything on this knife is black except the stop pin there, but there's the washer. And yeah, it definitely needs some cleaning up. I believe the coating on the blade, I don't know if that's a DLC or what, but and the liner looks like it could use some TLC, even if it is DLC, right? Like that's from the factory, and I know this knife is not more than 2 months old, but it is a user. Marcus does use it, but I'm going to be trying to clean this right up. I don't know if that's going to come off or not. I'll get some rubbing alcohol and wipe that down as best I can. I'm going to clean up these washers. You know, take the blade off here. You can see where that washer is making contact with the blade. I think Marcus may have a valid complaint of why this action is a little bit stiff, right? So I'll be cleaning that up. I haven't removed the other pivot screw to get at this washer yet, but I think I'm gonna, because look, you can see that blade coating is coming off on the washer. I don't know. I might get a hold of Marcus and see if he wants to get a hold of Spyderco, because he paid a whole lot of money for this knife, and that action is definitely not what it should be. They should all be, in my opinion, they should all be polished out before the factory puts it on. It's such a high level, you know, knife. Like, I believe Marcus paid, you know, I don't want to say it out loud, but it's a lot of money. So we'll see what I can do. I'll get a hold of Marcus, see what he wants to do, whether he wants to get a hold of Spyderco, if he wants me to continue on with it. But anyhow, I just thought I'd show you where I'm at in this one right now. I'll be back.